5 tips to help you pass the NCLEX-PN on the first try. Hi, my name is Rosie and I'm the non-traditional nurse. And before we get started with the 5 tips to help you pass the NCLEX-PN on the first try, please subscribe and like this video. And now let's get started. Tip number 5, purchase a study program like UWorld. That's what I purchased and that's what I used to pass the NCLEX on the first try with 85 questions. The UWorld questions tend to be really difficult, but they're made that way so that you can practice your critical thinking skills or refine your critical thinking skills. Don't get discouraged if you score low on the different subject tests that UWorld has. It's just meant to help you, and it's not meant to dictate how you're going to do on the test. UWorld does offer practice tests that you can take whenever you feel ready, and at the end of those tests, they will tell you, or the program will tell you, based on how well you did and how well others did, if you are likely to pass the NCLEX exam. When I used UWorld, I scored low on some of those sections, like 40s, 50s, and 70s. But when I took the assessment test, at the end, it did tell me that my likelihood of passing the test was really high. UWorld does tend to be a little pricey, but it is worth it, in my opinion. Tip number 4. Do not, and I'll say it again, do not join a study group. I don't care if it's just one person or 10 people, it doesn't matter. Do not, because you know what's going to happen is you're just going to go there, have your coffee, and you're going to chit chat and talk and waste time, and you need that time to study. Tip number 3, do not study the day before or the day of the exam. I studied the day of the exam because my exam was at 2 o'clock. So I thought, hey, I'll study for like 4 or 5 hours beforehand. Big mistake. Big. Huge. I was so tired. I had a big headache and I was just burnt out. And I could have saved myself a lot of just anguish and pain if I had not done this. And, you know, at this point, you already know if you're going to pass or not, pretty much. You've already done everything you can. So just relax, do something fun, have a good breakfast that morning, and drink plenty of water before the exam. I forgot to include tip number 2, so here it is. Tip number 2, make sure you pass your HESI exams with a score of 800 or better. If you do this, the chances of you passing the NCLEX exam are very high. And finally, tip number 1, focus your efforts. What do I mean by that? Focus on the first 85 questions. By focusing your efforts on the first 85 questions, you put your all into those questions, and the likelihood of you finishing at 85 questions is high. Yes, at the end, you're very tired and you're very burnt out and you're ready to quit, but you're done. And when you finish at 85, I mean, you pretty much pass the exam. For more detailed tips, please leave a comment below. Please subscribe and ring the notification bell. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.